everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood science teacher, and we are back with another lightning lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be going over Newton's 3 laws of motion so that you can use them to solve all sorts of physics problems. Isaac Newton was a very, very intelligent scientist and mathematician who came up with these 3 laws to describe how things move. When we talk about laws in science, they're not rules that we have to follow, but rather they are observations that show how objects interact. In this case, Newton's laws of motion show us how motion works in every circumstance. Newton's first law states that an object in motion will remain in motion and an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. This is also called the law of inertia. Inertia generally means that objects are going to keep doing what they were already doing unless they're acted upon by an outside force. Let's use my book as an example. If I am just sitting here with it and it's not moving, it won't start moving by itself unless another force acts on it. On the other side of that law, if this book was sliding across the floor, assuming that there was no friction, it would keep moving until it was stopped by something. Newton's second law is actually an equation. In this equation, we can see that force is equal to mass times acceleration. This means that the amount of force in an interaction is determined by the object's mass and how much it is changing in speed. The more mass an object has, or the more acceleration it has, the bigger force is applied. This equation also means that if we have the values for force, mass, and acceleration, we can manipulate those to solve different problems. As long as we know the values for at least 2 of those things, we can use this equation to solve for the third one, giving us the missing piece. So if I knew the force that was being applied to an object and I knew its mass, but I didn't know how much it was accelerating, I could use Newton's laws to figure that out. Newton's third law states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This means that if all forces are balanced, there should be equal forces that go in opposite directions. Let's take a look at my book again. I am holding it and it is not moving. In this case, the force of me pushing up on the book balances out the force of gravity pulling it down. Those 2 forces are in equal and opposite directions, and because I have it perfectly balanced, my book is not moving. If the book was going up and down, that means that even though I still have those opposite forces, one of them is unbalanced. If I am pushing up harder than gravity is pulling down, that means that those forces are unbalanced. If I slowly get tired and start to let the book fall, that means the force of gravity is starting to become greater than the force of me pushing up on the book. By using all 3 of these laws, you can solve a variety of physics problems and predict how objects are going to move. In this video, we learned about inertia, which means that objects will keep doing what they are doing unless they're acted upon by another force. We learned that the more mass and acceleration an object has, the more force it has in that interaction. And we learned that forces exist in pairs, and if everything is balanced, objects will not be moving. I hope that this helped you out, and I will see you in our next lesson. Bye!